Member, the question is the motion be agreed to, and I give the call to Member Phil Sterling.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. I also acknowledge other ex-servicemen and women, veterans now serving in our federal parliament. And today I'm so extremely pleased to have this opportunity to speak about the incredible contribution made by women to our ADF. I'd like to touch briefly also on some of the important women in my own life, and in this way I pay tribute to the collective value that women bring to the ADF, as well as to our families and our society. There is a risk that if we only focus on areas in our society where division and inequality exists, that we run the risk of losing sight of incredible stories of success. I spoke in my maiden speech about the role that my own mother played in inspiring me to stand up for what's right, to make personal sacrifices, and to have the courage to show others the way. As a mother of 6 kids, as a pathologist, a local councillor, and as a political activist, my mum was an awe-inspiring example of community leadership. My sister Michelle has for 2 decades worked as a leading consultant in extractive industry clients. And in recognition of her amazing work, Michelle was last year appointed to the board of the Institute of Quarrying Australia. Whilst she occasionally happens upon a social dinosaur, Michelle is humbly getting on with the job, working with both men and women to show them that a balance of both sexes in the industry isn't just a nicety, but rather a necessity of peak performance. As Australians, we enjoy and appreciate the opportunity that we have to live in the best country in the world. This is why so many Australians feel compelled to serve in our ADF, as protectors of the values and freedoms that underpin our wonderful society. When I arrived at the Australian Defence Force Academy, straight out of school at the age of 17, I entered an environment where young men and women were in junior leadership roles, guiding our professional development. One of those professional young women that I worked with was Vivian Law. Tracking through a year ahead of me, Viv got to boss me around a little bit, but was always fair and approachable. Viv then had a distinguished military career, including service on operations in the Middle East. She raised a family of 4 beautiful daughters with her husband Greg, and although Viv is now out of the Australian Defence Force, she is still serving. Viv recently took over the reins as the Chief Executive Officer of Legacy in Western Australia. What an inspirational woman. Let me tell you about another great friend of mine, Amanda Williamson. Amanda also had a distinguished Army career, including being awarded the US Bronze Star for her service with Special Operations in Afghanistan. Amanda is now a senior manager with a global business and is also still volunteering her time to serve in the community, including as a board member of Soldier On. Finally, my own incredible wife, Peter. As well as putting up with me, which deserves its own medal, Peter also had a fantastic military career. As an Intelligence Corps officer, Peter's very first posting was to the Special Air Service Regiment, almost 20 years ago. Here, Peter demonstrated that, as so many other women still do today, that far from being shunned by Australia's military elite, women are viewed as an indispensable component of the workforce. Throughout the country, women are integrated into Australia's combat operations, peacekeeping missions and disaster relief operations. And I actually believe that defence leads within our society when it comes to equality of treatment and respect for women. Please don't misunderstand me though. Defence is not perfect, as no workplace is. But my own experience, and the experience of so many successful women that I know, is that their contributions have been exceptional and have been noted as such. So today, I pay tribute to the former, current and future women members of our Australian Defence Force. I thank them for the lessons that they have taught me, and I salute their service.